The WeThe15 Campaign, supporting a more inclusive world for persons with disabilities. In my first two posts, I wrote about the why and how of my choosing to blog about social inclusion. Now, I turn your attention to the WeThe15 Campaign, the stated goal of which, according to its website, is, quote, to remove the inequality and inactivity, like race, gender, and sexual orientation. We want to have a movement all persons with disabilities can rally behind, a global movement that is publicly campaigning for disability, visibility, inclusion, and accessibility, end quote. The 15 in WeThe15 refers to the 15% of the world's population, or an estimated 1.2 billion people who have disabilities. Launched by the International Paralympic Committee, Special Olympics, Invictus Games Foundation, and the International Committee of Sports for the Deaf, along with a coalition of other disability and human rights organizations. WeThe15 uses the high profile of international sporting events to, quote, further raise awareness and understanding of the issues facing persons with disabilities around the globe, end quote. As I mentioned in my post titled, Why Blog About Social Inclusion? I learned about the 10-year WeThe15 campaign while watching the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. A frequently played promo aired during commercial breaks. The promo begins with a voiceover of cliched expressions that some of us may have said to people with disabilities. Quote, you're such an inspiration, so brave. You remind me to be happy. You push us all to do better. You are superheroes, end quote. It goes on to show a playful montage of people from around the world with various disabilities doing routine daily activities, like making a bed, going on a date, and meeting with friends. The promo ends with the words, quote, we're not special. That's not what it's like. That's not our reality. And only when you see us as one of you, as wonderfully ordinary, wonderfully human, only then can we all break down these barriers that keep us apart. End quote. The takeaway. People with disabilities want to be treated equally without being patronized. Or, as Keely Cat Wells, the CEO of Sea Talent and Zeta Studios put it, quote, we're not asking for special treatment, just equal treatment and true equality, end quote. So what can we do societally to ensure equality for people with disabilities? Understanding is a start. Understanding that people with disabilities generally lead ordinary lives, which is the WeThe15 message. But to ensure true equality requires action. Note what Sabrina Ibanez, the Secretary General of the International Equestrian Federation and the President of the Association of Paralympic Sports Organizations, wrote in her blog titled, A Human Being Can Never Be Broken, quote, many disability advocates believe that people with disabilities are not disabled by their bodies, but by society. And I have to agree. In the few days that I have been dependent on crutches and a wheelchair following an accident, I'm getting first-hand experience of how poorly adapted our daily environment is to people with disabilities, end quote. Even yes, we're not to write how people with disabilities are often, quote, forced to adapt to a social environment that has been created for the able-bodied world, end quote. And what action must be taken to ensure equality? Creating an environment that adapts to the needs of people with disabilities, rather than forcing people with disabilities to adapt to their insufficiently equipped environment. Modern building codes require that public spaces be accessible, but many older buildings still lack accommodations. Some national restaurant chains offer customers Braille menus, but Braille menus are not widely available. Theaters can screen captioned movies, but these showings are rare in most places. Public family restrooms allow people who need help using a toilet to take a family member or a personal aide with them, regardless of gender. But family restaurants, too, are not commonplace. But doesn't providing these services amount to special treatment for only a few people? Not at all. Rather, they level the playing field for the 1.2 billion world citizens with disabilities. It's about ensuring that we can all live with dignity. So, my first social inclusion kudos goes to the WeThe15 campaign for creating a movement that calls for the visibility, inclusion, and accessibility of the 15% of the world's population with disabilities. WeThe15 reminds us that we are better together. Have you seen the WeThe15 promo? If not, I invite you to click the link, watch the promo, and share your thoughts about the WeThe15 movement in the below comments section.